All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time, the show you get the best NBA DFS picks each and every day. Today we have a nice 11-game slate. I'm seeing some Andre Drummond in the optimal right now on FanDuel, so I'm pretty happy with that. I love Drummond. Joined as always with Chris on this 11-game slate. How are you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing pretty well. As I always say, I'm excited for the slate. We had a really crazy slate yesterday. We had like news breaking every 10 minutes after lock, so that was kind of stressful. But yeah, we have a big slate here again tonight, so I'm excited.
Yep. Gotta send out that tweet that we're live, yeah? On that?
Yeah, I just did.
Nice. Yeah, what was up with the slate yesterday? I mean, I followed along, but there's quite a lot that happened, right? Like, I think Orlando guys went out. Then we had interest in Frank Mason, and Frank Mason went out as well, got injured. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, what was like the craziest stuff that happened? How many guys did we like swap because of that? Was it?
I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened. Like, Hero was ruled out after the lock. Mason got hurt 2 minutes into lock. Plumlee got ruled out 2 minutes before lock. I mean, there was a ton of stuff there.
Yeah, kind of crazy. But that's NBA DFS. That's not even COVID stuff, right? That's just like regular NBA craziness. So
Oh
people,
no,
some,
Hero was ruled out because of the COVID thing. But then today he's back available to play. Or he cleared the protocol today. So, I mean, it's pretty annoying.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, even without the COVID stuff, players going in and out, like, there's still NBA craziness like that. So it's nothing that we're not used to here. Maybe a bit more, but still, I think it's still nothing out of the ordinary, too out of the ordinary here for NBA DFS. Well, yeah, are we doing the giveaway today, Chris? 30 likes again?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, as always, guys, we go through the slate using our optimizer and projections here at dfscrunch.com. That's ours. We've made that. So um, we'll do a week pass giveaway if we hit 30 likes today. Been doing it the past couple of weeks, 2 weeks or so now. Seems like it's a lot of fun, so we enjoy doing that. But yeah, of course, if you don't win in the giveaway or you just want to get in on our optimizer, if you like what you see during the show, just go to dfscrunch.com. There's a 3-day free trial automatically applied. No coupon code or anything required to all new members. So check that out. NBA, NFL. Well, there's no NFL now, but we just have every sport. Every sport that's active now, every main sport, FanDuel, DraftKings, we have that. So definitely do that. Check that out. Twitter as well. I don't think we had success tweets posted there today, but follow us there as well at DFS Crunch. YouTube as well, guys. Even if you don't want to do the giveaway, just thumbs up. Appreciate that a lot. Subscribe if you've been here before and you're not subscribed. Good content here. And then other than that, we've got some Discord success here.
Yeah, we have to give a shout out to KJ. Like KJ's like the Steph Curry whisperer, I try to say. I mean, he's been talking up Steph Curry, I think, every slate, and he's just been crushing every slate. So yeah, I think KJ had a takedown here. If you just scroll down a bit, I think he went like $3 to 600 or $1 actually to 550. So yeah, I mean, he had Curry none. Obviously, Hero out helped none a lot. Jackson, Bacon, Ennis. I assume these were late swaps with Orlando news. Oubre, Tice, Sabonis, Vooch. So just really good lineup here. Very solid construction for the most part. Yeah, it's not like this was just like some lucky random lineup. I think the construction here was really solid.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome results. Yeah, big shout out to KJ there. Let's scroll back. I think we've got this one is new here, this NASCAR one. I think this was, what was this, yesterday? Finished up yesterday here. Was it? Yeah. I don't know any of these guys, Chris. Do you know anyone here?
Yeah, I know the guys, but I didn't play this one. I didn't even know there was a race yesterday. Apparently, it was like a back-to-back race. Yeah, but I wasn't following that yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. $10, $60. That's pretty awesome. Got some NASCAR there. Got Nick here. More NASCAR here. Got Turn and Burn here. This looks pretty good. Can't see the lineup here, but yeah, he's always doing his thing over on DK. I think that picture there is new for him on DK.
Yeah, I think he had the same picture he has on Discord before on DK. So, I mean, shout out to Turn and Burn for doing that. As you always say, plus 50 luck.
Yeah, equip the Crunch logo, you get plus 50 luck. So we do appreciate that a lot. So yeah, big shout out for that. Yeah, and the guys who do that always rep us well. Always see them at the top in the tournament. So that's super awesome. Appreciate that a lot. So definitely great to see that there. So Nick here, got some snow here, 22 into 77. Boucher in here, so you know it's a solid lineup. What do you think of this one, Chris, here?
Yeah, I mean, really good stuff here. I mean, yeah, he dodged the Mason thing, Hero. So yeah, good stuff here.
Yep. I got the Hug in here. Big shout out to him. Been with us for a while. Tournament results here. Solid stuff. Some high scores there. Um, let's see, 80, 85 to almost 200. So super awesome results there. Um, yeah. I think, Hug says this lineup would have won a lot more if he was in some other tournaments. But it's always important to play within your bankroll means, not to exceed it. So still good to be disciplined there. What else do we have here? Got you here, Chris. Maybe you can go over this one.
Yeah, so I mean, I was having the worst time ever yesterday making my lineup. We got that news that I forget what it was, but oh yeah, we got the Plumlee news, and then when I was in my upcoming page, I couldn't find my lineup because I had 150 tournament lineup, so I couldn't find it. I couldn't get Stewart in there. So Tatum and Tice locked in right away. So I thought I lost right there and then, but then we got the Hero news. Hero was like 40% in cash, so I was like, oh, I have a chance. And then and then I swapped a bunch of things, and then the late game came around. I had Mason, obviously. He was like 40% as well. He went out with 0 points like 3 minutes in, so I was like, oh, maybe I'm not going to cash here. But yeah, I ended up getting there. I mean, pretty luckily, like if the Hero thing didn't happen, I wouldn't have got there, but obviously at the same time, if Hero was in and Mason was in, maybe I would have had a chance. I think Mason was probably a better play than Hero yesterday, all things considered. I think he even projected higher because he was going to get like 40 plus minutes in that matchup yesterday.
Mason?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually with you. It's kind of crazy how I don't know if like I don't play on DraftKings too much other than tournament. Like I don't do tournament and cash when I play on DraftKings, just tournament. So for me, when I late swap there, I just do the CSV download upload thing. But on FanDuel, it does seem kind of frustrating if you have like just like 150 NBA or even 300 unique lineups. Let's just say split up between like the 25-cent one and the 5-cent one. You have 300 totally unique lineups, and then trying to find your cash one. Like how do you do that? Sometimes the page doesn't even load.
Yeah, I mean, on DraftKings, at least it sorts by entries. So like you're going to have the most entries in your cash lineup. So it's always at the top on DK. But I mean, on FanDuel, it sorts by the time that you entered the lineup. So
Actually,
if you,
I think you can sort by lineup and then sort by entry fees on the app at least.
I don't think that's for upcoming. That's only for live and the other thing.
Oh not for upcoming. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think the thing that I do is I always keep one tab open where I don't have like my 150 yet, and then that's where I upload like my CSV files, because if you don't refresh that page, you'll only have like 3 or 4 placeholder lineups there, even if you update them. And then I always try to keep my cash lineups in a separate tab open there so I can just refresh that page. But yeah, definitely a little strange there, but yeah. NHL here as well from you, Chris, 400 to 750. When are we going to see NHL not hit? It's been hitting for you all the time.
yeah, I mean, I made a swap here. I stacked Winnipeg, their first line. I went with the Winnipeg goalie as well. He had the best odds to win. So I think that was what got me there for the most part. My goalie, I think he got me like 40 something. So that was really good. Um, yeah, I really like the construction here. Obviously, all the players didn't do well. I think Winnipeg won, got like 15 points combined. They're pretty expensive. So, I mean, I'm happy with the lineup. I was happy with the construction, but I definitely think it could have done better.
Yeah. Still super awesome though. NHL's been super hot, winning a streak there, so that's good to see. We got Tampa Bay here. Thomas, some NBA here. What do you think of his construction here? Is it getting better?
I don't think he late swapped after any of the news because he has Curry and Green, and they were obviously popping a lot before all the news. But I still think they did well, and the other value didn't crush. So he wasn't on Mason, he wasn't on Hero. So he definitely got there with that.
Yeah, and definitely a nice cropped screenshot from him here as well. So yeah, improving on two fronts there, the crop game and then also the DFS game. Young, Black, and Gifted here. Shark hunting, again, inverted cheese, head to head. What do you think of his strategy, Chris?
I mean, this guy isn't too good inverted cheese, so it's, I don't know. Like, it's not like he's a shark or anything, but
Do you know him?
yeah,
Like
I
his
don't
name?
like the strategy too much.
Was it shots fired at inverted cheese right here?
No, I mean, he's fine, but it's not like he's one of the top players.
Got it, got it. Then we have Aiden here, $100, doubled up to 200. Think, yeah, this is pretty good construction here. No Mason. It's a little bit different, right, Chris?
Yeah, so he actually got to he got to play Stewart. Obviously, I think he switched when the Plumlee news came out. He could find his lineup, so he was able to switch. But yeah, really good stuff here. Just solid swaps with the news.
Yep. Yeah, then some NHL there. This looks like the same faces I saw for yours. Yep.
Yeah, we landed on the same lineup there.
And then we got Rookie here. Shout out to Rookie. Doubled up pretty much, 20 to 40. A little bit different from you and Aiden. I got Boucher, Cousins here. Seth as well. So a little bit different, but still solid there.
Yeah, probably wasn't late swapping because that was one of the optimals earlier.
Yeah. Then we got Ariane here, 66 to 125. Again, solid results here. Weaver here, 15 to 30. That's awesome to see as well. Is this late swap, Chris?
Yeah, it is.
Bacon. Yep. And then one more here, Espo. Yeah, solid again. All around solid results here.
This was my lineup. This was my lineup as well, I think.
Yep. Yeah. Let's get into the slate, Chris. Got some people here in the chat. See the Hug, Cody, KJ, Rondo, Charlie. What's up, Charlie? Came in here saying Pin Pritchard. Rondo in here. I guess, what do you think, Chris? Pritchard?
I'm okay with Pritchard. Obviously, Kemba's out, but it's not a great game environment. That's my only problem with him. But, I mean, assuming he starts here, he should see like 26, 28 minutes. So I have no problems with him for his price tag.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially on DK. I think he's much better play on DK.
Yep. Yeah, 11 game slate here, Chris. I'll break it down a bit slower for you so you can answer it. I got a message yesterday from Rondo. He's like, slow down. You asked Chris like 20 questions for the overview. First question, who's out today and what teams are we targeting because of that?
Who's out today? You always put me on the spot here.
Any big ones that stand out? Like, not fully in depth. Obviously, it's easier when we go game by game, but like just the things that stand out for you, maybe one name or two names.
Yeah, so Beal out. So we have interest in Westbrook. Utah, we have value there. Conley's out. Plumlee's out as well. I think Sekou Doumbouya is also out, so we have some interest in the Pistons guys. Then we're waiting on the Magic news with like who's going to play there. If the same guys are out today, they're going to have an 8-man rotation, so we're going to have a lot of interest. So backloading is definitely something I'm probably going to be doing today.
Yep. And then I guess what studs do you like today? Big plays here. Any good game environments? Fast-paced games?
Yeah, we have a giant slate, so there definitely are. My favorite game is the Milwaukee-Utah game, so I have interest in Giannis, Donovan Mitchell, some interest in Luka as well, Dame Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Jason Tatum. So I think all those guys are. I mean, I listed like 10 guys there, but I like all of them.
Yep. Okay, let's get into the first game then. We have the Knicks against the Wizards. Let's go New York side. I don't know if you can hear the lawn mower, Chris. Can you hear it? Okay,
No, I can't.
Yeah, let's go Knicks side first. We got Frank Ntilikina out for them. Projected starters, we have Elfrid Payton, RJ Barrett, Bullock, Randall, and Mitchell Robinson. Who do you like here, Chris, if anyone?
So this is a really good spot for the Knicks. It's a pace-up spot. But I mean, it's still a low over/under. Like usually you see the the games against the Wizards around 230, 235. This one's only at 219 just because the Knicks play so slow. But like I said, it's a pace up spot for them. I don't have too much interest in any of these guys in cash games, but I do have interest in tournaments. Someone like Randall, I like a lot. He's 8-6 on FanDuel, 9-1 on DK. He's probably my favorite play here. If you want to take some shots on D Rose, maybe. I think he played around 20 minutes last game. I think he had a really good first half, didn't do much in the second half. So if you think his minutes go up a little bit, you can go there, but it's probably not for me on this giant slate. I think the only guy I really want to touch in tournaments here is probably their main guy, Julius Randle.
Yep. Okay, let's go do Washington side. Brad Beal out for them. So every time one of 2 or 3 studs on a team is out, you always love to target the other guy. We'll see if that's the case today. Projected starters, we have Westbrook, Robinson, Bertans, Hachimura, and Alex Len. Is that the case today, Chris, with Westbrook?
Yeah, so I have a lot of interest in Westbrook here. Like his numbers are, if you look at the on-off with Beal off the court, Westbrook's numbers are really good. Obviously, everything is increased, so I have a ton of interest in Westbrook here today. I think he's going to be a lock for me on FanDuel. He's only 8.7K there. On DK, he's not landing in my builds, but I definitely won't mind it if I do get there later on in the day. He's only 9K. So I really like that in tournaments, even in cash games if you want to use him as one of your spend ups. I have no problems with that. I'm currently not landing on it just because we kind of have really good value here. So we're kind of landing on a stars and scrubs build. So this 9K price tag for Westbrook isn't really popping too much on DK. But like I said, if you're landing there, I have no problems with it. We project him for over 50 tonight. So really good spot for Westbrook without Beal. I think it's the first time this year that's the situation. I mean, that's really it. Like, I don't have interest in any of these other guys just because Westbrook's going to be the guy who has the ball in his hands all game. So really like Westbrook today.
Yep. Cager says not Drummond. We hate Drummond. I love Drummond. You hate Drummond, Chris. Most people hate Drummond, I think.
I like Drummond in the easy matchups. They get Portland today, so I mean, I definitely don't mind Drummond today. Like when the game stays close, he usually plays his full allotment of minutes. Only problem is when he plays like a good team, they just expose him, so then he doesn't get the minutes.
How do you expose Drummond?
You force him to have the ball on offense. Force him to initiate offense. He can't do it. He thinks he can, but he's just really bad.
I think he can. He just needs a better environment, Chris. Maybe a better system with the team. I don't know. But yeah, I guess if you force him to do those things, I'm probably right there. But yeah, next game we have the Timberwolves against the Hornets. Minnesota side first. Jarrett Culver out for them. D'Lo out for them with the leg soreness. Projected starters, we have Rubio, Beasley, Ant-Man, Catman, and Kogi. No Russell again here for them. Cat back. What do you make of the Timberwolves, Chris?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not too interested in these guys today. It's a giant slate, but the game environment here is really good. It's a 230 over/under right now. Tight spread of 3.5 favoring the Charlotte Hornets. So if you want to stack this game up, I think you can get it pretty low owned. The only guy I have interest in here is going to be Karl Anthony Towns. He's 9.3K on DK. 10-1 on FanDuel is a little too expensive for me. I'd rather just pay down a little less to Vucevic, Drummond even, Cantor down low. So not interested in Cat on FanDuel, but I really like the DK price tag of 9.3. I like that a lot in tournaments. If you want to take some shots on Rubio, I like him more on FanDuel where he's 5.4K. On DK 6K, so a little too expensive for me. But yeah, I'm not really too interested in anyone here outside of Cat on DK and Rubio on FanDuel.
Okay, let's go Charlotte side then. Both Barton twins are out with health and safety protocols. Devontae Graham questionable. And then projected starters, we have Graham, Rozier, Hayward, Washington, and Cody Zeller. Anyone you like there, Chris?
No, not really. Just it's a giant slate. Devontae Graham is questionable, so I'm assuming he's in. If he's in, I'm not interested in anyone here. If he's out, which I don't think he will be, like we have a really good matchup against the Timberwolves, but at the same time they're all kind of priced up. Maybe you can take some shots on someone like Terry Rozier on FanDuel. I don't mind that for 6-4. LaMelo for 7-7 on FanDuel. You can do that too. Gordon Hayward, but I don't know. I think we have better teams to target later on in the slate. So I don't really want anyone here from Charlotte in my cash games.
Okay. See a comment here from Rajon Rondo. He says, "I love when there isn't a big train. Last night was great." Yeah. What do you think of the trains, Chris?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be one tonight either. As of now, I think there, like I said earlier, there's definitely a viable strategy of backloading, waiting for the Orlando Magic news. So I don't think there's going to be a huge train tonight either.
Yeah. I'm with you as well. Don't like the trains. Charlie says, "So you guys think the Jazz got a chance this year?"
To win it all, I mean, probably not. I would still say the Lakers, but I think they can take one or two games off of the Lakers in a 7-game series.
Yep. Rondo says about no train today. Says, "Great, I'm going all in." Do you think that just means like $1 extra for him or $10 extra?
Yeah, maybe 102, something like that.
102, yeah. Risking it all. Hug says, "I won all my cash, even with all of them being different cash lineup." Yeah, he used the late swap yesterday. The way it works right now on our site, it changes every single lineup, so it makes everyone unique. So we'll definitely fix that. We did fix it. We're just testing it out. But yeah, he still won even doing that. So that's good to see. One unique lineup in each cash contest. That's crazy. But yeah, good that you still won. Rona says no, Jazz need Moutier back.
Moutier? Yeah, I mean that guy's a bust.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go next game. We got the Spurs against the Hawks. Let's go San Antonio side first. We have LMA out for them. Derek White back in for them. Projected starters, we have DeJounte Murray, White, DeRozan, Johnson, and Jakob Poeltl. Who do you like on the Spurs, Chris, tonight against the Hawks?
I mean, so like you said, LMA is still out, so we could take some shots on Keldon Johnson again. He's 5.2K. But at the same time, like we just have so many better plays. Like we have Ingles, we have Gallinari, we have even like Sadiq Bey on the Pistons gives us some value. So I don't know. I don't want to touch too many people here on the Spurs today. They're implied to score 112, so it's not a great number there. I would say the only guy I would probably touch is Keldon Johnson in tournaments. If you want to play DeMar or DeJounte, I kind of prefer them over on DK in tournaments, but like I said, I'm not landing on any of these guys.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I got Mike in here, says, "What's up, guys? Haven't been on the news today. Why is Westbrook in play on FanDuel? Beal is out for them. So that's why. Rondo says 7th overall pick, not a bust. What do you think about that, Chris Moutier?
I don't know. I liked him. He went the overseas route before the NBA. But yeah, his career definitely hasn't panned out.
Yeah. Okay, let's do Atlanta's side. We have Rajon Rondo out for them, Chris Dunn and Bogdan Bogdanovic out for them. Projected starters, we have Ice Tray, Kevin Huerter, Reddish, Collins, and Capella. Collins had the big game last time out for them. Capella kind of did not. Who do you like on Atlanta today, Chris?
So the one guy I'm very interested in is Danilo Gallinari on FanDuel. So he's 4.1K there. We got the news last time that he was going to be limited to 30 minutes. That came true. He played 30 minutes. So if we're getting Gallinari, yeah, if we're getting him playing 30 minutes for 4.1K, I think that's a really good play. So I love that in cash games on FanDuel. Even on DK, if you want to use him sort of a last piece for 4.8, I don't mind that either. But definitely a lot more interest on FanDuel for 4.1K. Kevin Huerter is another guy that's a little bit interesting. He's 5.3K. Probably not someone I'm going to touch today in my cash games just because I want to backload my lineup and wait for the Orlando news. Obviously, we can get Terrence Ross for, I think, 400 less if all those guys are out for the Magic. So if you're landing on Herter, I probably wouldn't do it in cash games, but in tournaments, I'm fine with it. He's been playing really well. Minutes have been up as well, so that's a good thing. Definitely more in play on FanDuel, where he's 5.3 compared to 6K on DK. But yeah, I don't mind him in tournaments. And then obviously Trae Young, and then their two bigs, Capella and Collins, I have some interest in tournaments. But I mean, I'm probably not going to play the bigs just because I don't like to play them when they're both healthy. I like to play them when one of them is out. Obviously, both are in today. And then Trae Young, as I always say, I have a lot of interest in him in tournaments. He's around 10K on both sites. So it's a fair price tag, but he's been playing really well. If you look at the game log, he's been one of the best players recently. So, I mean, definitely have no problems if you're landing there in tournaments. And then, yeah, in cash games, same thing. Like, I don't know. I'm probably not going to play him. I think there's better plays, but if you want to chase the game log, I guess I'm okay with it.
Yep. Before we move on to the next game, Stadia Wizzy's asking, why not DeRozan on FanDuel, Chris?
Just because shooting guard isn't really a spend up spot. We have Jordan Clarkson, who's a free square for 4.7K. We have Donovan Mitchell for 8.3 as well. No Conley, so those guys really project well. And then also, if we're spending down at another shooting guard spot, we kind of want to wait for the news with the Magic. Terrence Ross would become a lock if Cole Anthony is out again today, if Fournier is out again today. Both those guys are questionable, so kind of want to backload that second shooting guard position and just wait for the news.
Yep, makes sense. Sean Rondo saying, Gary, what do you think of Kyle Lowry selling his house in Toronto? Well, they're not living, like, they don't play in Toronto anymore, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe he wanted to get a different house. What do you I don't know. What do you think, Chris? Because they're not playing there. It's kind of weird as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably gone next year. Like, he's a free agent this summer. He's selling his house, so definitely looking like he's not going to return to the Raptors next season.
Yeah, and I think there's probably some like vacancy tax here in Canada. Like, if you don't live here, I don't know how long it is. Maybe he just doesn't want to deal with that as well. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he's out, so makes sense. Like, if you're not living there, I don't know. Yeah, because they're not playing there. Jean Rondo says about Moutier, he's supposed to be the next Westbrook. Do you remember that, Chris?
No, I don't remember
that. Rondo says, is he going to be traded to Philly? He can play beside his best friend, Benjamin Simmons. Yeah, could be Philly. Philadelphia's finest. I think that'd be fine. I think he's done his job in Toronto. I think that'd be fine. But yeah, next game we have New Orleans at Dallas. I don't see any news for either team here noted for them. Let's go Pelicans side first. Projected starters, we have Lonzo Ball, Bledsoe, Ingram, Zion, and Adams. Who do you like on the Pelicans, Chris?
So Lonzo has actually been playing really well recently. His price is up, though. He's 6'9" on FanDuel, 6'7" on DK. So like, I'm fine with him as sort of a last piece in tournaments. Obviously you'll get him really low owned. So if you're landing there in tournaments, I don't hate that play. I think he has some upside. Obviously he does a little bit of everything. But the main guy I probably have interest here is Zion Williamson. He's looked really good recently whenever he's not in foul trouble. It's a pretty good matchup here against the Mavericks. They're implied to score 115 points. So yeah, I don't mind Zion as sort of a last piece. Ingram, I'm not too interested in him. I think I don't know. I don't think he doesn't have the same role that he had earlier on in the season. So my preferred spend up here is definitely Zion, and then Lonzo as well in tournaments. I don't mind him as a last piece, but I'm not landing on anyone here in my cash games.
Yeah. Rondo says you mean Kawhi. I mean, Lowry has done a good job in Toronto. He had some big games there in the finals for them throughout the playoffs. I think he had really good performance in the finals, actually, overall. So, I mean, yeah, that's all I'll say there. Maverick side starters, projected starters, we have Doncic, Richardson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, and Porzingis. How can you say his name Kleber? You don't say the Kleber.
That's just how it's pronounced.
Okay, yeah. Who do you like there, Chris?
I mean, it's just one guy here. It's going to be Luka Doncic. They have an implied team total of 118. Obviously, Luka does it all for the Mavs. KP can have his ceiling games sometimes, but I mean, Luka's the most consistent guy here, so he's the one I have the most interest in. He's 11-2 on FanDuel. I think on DK he's a little cheaper at 10.9K. So I mean, it's not a bad price tag. It's not a bad place to spend up, but I'm not currently landing on him on either site. But if you are in cash games, I have no problems with that. I think he's in a really good spot here against the Pelicans. They've been playing faster recently, so I have no problems with Luka. I love him in tournaments as well. He's one of my favorite players. He does everything. He can hit a ceiling of like 80 fantasy points on any given night, so that ceiling is definitely intriguing. But yeah, that's the main guy. I'm not too interested in Porzingis here. He's just a little too inconsistent for me, a little too volatile. So for the most part, I'll just stay with Luka on the Mavs.
Okay, let's go into the next game. Clippers against the Bulls. LA side first. Paul George out for them. Oturu, don't know him. Daniel Oturu out for them. Do you know him, Chris?
Never heard of him.
Now you have. Projected starters, we have Pat Bev, Reginald Jackson, Kawhi Leonard, Nick Batum, and Serge Ibaka. Anyone you like on the Clippers, Chris?
First of all, I just want to say I kind of miss Hasty. I think he was a little down that he couldn't get the money into his FanDuel account, so he hasn't been back ever since then. I kind of miss him. Hopefully, he can figure that out. But yeah, with the Clippers here, it's just one guy. So Paul George is out. That bumps up Kawhi a lot. Really good matchup here against the Bulls. He's 10K on FanDuel, so it's a little expensive, but I mean at the same time, gets the best matchup possible in my opinion. And then obviously Paul George is out, so he gets the usage bump and all of that. He's 9.5 on DK, so that's a better price tag. I have a ton of interest in him in tournaments. Not landing on him in cash games just because I'm kind of prioritizing like Westbrook, Giannis, maybe even Dame, and then Tatum and Brown as well on DraftKings. So not really landing on Kawhi, but definitely I do have some interest in him in tournaments.
Yeah, on the Hasty thing, I think you need like a cell phone number to create your FanDuel account. So had some issues with that as well. I think he only has like a landline. I think they send you like an SMS or something maybe. But yeah, maybe we can help him out a bit more, get that set up. But yeah, I haven't seen him all week actually. It's been a while. But yeah, let's go do the other half of this game, Chicago side. Over there we have Otto Porter out for them, Chandler Hutchinson out, and Wendell Carter Jr. is doubtful. Projected starters, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Garrett Temple, Daniel Gafford, and Patrick Williams. Anyone you like on Chicago, Chris?
So like we've had interest in these guys for the past week or so, in Denzel Valentine and Patrick Williams. But today we just have such a big slate, so I don't think we need them as much. Like if you want to play Patrick Williams, he's still cheap. He's 4.4K on FanDuel, so I have no problems with that. And on DK, like we haven't been playing them as much. They've been priced up. Like it's not the greatest matchup here against the Clippers. Obviously, they're only implied to score 109. Zach LaVine has looked good though. His price tag is up. He's 9.2 on DK, 9.6 on FanDuel. I expect Kawhi to guard him. I expect the Clippers to just try to shut him down. So not too interested in these guys. Maybe Kobe White in tournaments, 5.6K on FanDuel. I kind of like that. Maybe if they shut down LaVine, Kobe White will take over the big role. So kind of like that in tournaments on FanDuel.
Okay. That's it for this game. Let's go to the next one. Detroit at Boston. Let's do Pistons side here first. We have Mason Plumlee, Frank Jackson, and Dembuya, Sekou Dembuya out for them. Josh Jackson probable, and Blake Griffin doubtful. Projected starters: DeLon Wright, Wayne Ellington, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, and Isaiah Stewart. Any interest here, Chris? Stewart again or no? No.
Yeah, of course. Stewart's a lock here with Mason Plumlee out. How many minutes did he play yesterday? I think it was around 28, 30.
Let me check here. Handy dandy stats, but let's see. Yeah, 31.
Yeah, so I mean, he got the start. He didn't get a price increase. He's an easy play on both sites. He's 3.1 on DraftKings, 3.6 on FanDuel, so only 100 over the minimum on both sites. He's a lock for me. Jeremy Grant, it's a tough matchup here against Boston, but he's in a really good spot as well. Obviously, Plumlee's out. That boosts all their guys. Plumlee kind of has the ball in his hands a lot, so if he's out, it increases the role for a lot of these guys. Sadiq Bey is someone I have some interest in on DK. He's 3.4K over there. Obviously, he's their rookie, so they should want to get him minutes. Sekou is out. Sekou played 15 minutes yesterday, so that bumps up Sadiq Bey as well. And then Blake Griffin's another guy that we don't know if he's going to play. I don't think he's played a back-to-back all year. So if he ends up being ruled out, we'll just have more interest in someone like Sadiq Bey. So I'm good with him in my tournaments, in my cash games. Definitely don't mind Sadiq Bey. Most of the guys here are going to be value guys, just because we have spend ups elsewhere. Grant's not really a priority for me right now. Maybe if what's his name, if Blake Griffin ends up being ruled out, I'll have more interest in Grant. But I mean, his price tag I think it's pretty fair.
Yep. Okay, let's go Boston side. Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart, and Robert Williams all out for them. Projected starters, we have Jeff Teague, Brown, Tatum, Ojale, and Tice. Who do you like on the Celtics, Chris?
Yeah, so I have a ton of interest in these guys here today. Obviously, Kemba Walker is out, so that's big news on the slate. He doesn't play in back-to-backs. This is a back-to-back, so a ton of interest in these guys. I guess I'll start on FanDuel. I really like Tatum there. Tatum what is his price tag here? He's 9.5K again. So, yeah, I really like that without Kemba. It's not the best matchup, like I said. It's the lowest over-under on the slate at 211, but still don't mind Tatum here if I play him as one of my spend ups. Jaylen Brown as well. He's 8.4K on FanDuel. I don't mind that either. Definitely more of a tournament option for me on FanDuel. But on DK, I think both of these guys are probably going to be in my cash lineup. Tatum is 8.8 here, so a little cheaper. Brown is 7.8, a little cheaper as well. So I like both of those guys in my DraftKings cash games. And then Peyton Pritchard is the guy that I expect to start here for Kemba Walker. So he's 3.9K on FanDuel. On DK, he's 3.8K. I like the 3.8K price tag more, so definitely have more interest in him over on DraftKings. He's looked pretty good recently coming back from that injury. I don't think there's any concern with a minutes restriction, so really have a lot of interest in those three guys, mainly on DK.
Okay. Let's go into the next game. Before we do that, just another reminder, guys, if we hit 30 likes today, we'll do the giveaway for the optimizer that we're using here today, dfscrunch.com. So let's try to get that. Every 5 likes after that, we'll do an extra giveaway. So if we get 35, 2 giveaways, 43, so on and so forth. But yeah, next game here, we have the Bucks against the Jazz. Let me just reset that here. Let's go Milwaukee side first. Drew Holiday is out for them. Projected starters, we have Bryn Forbes, Dante DiVincenzo, your boy DiVincenzo, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Brooke Lopez. Any interest at all in the Bucks?
Yeah, so Giannis is the main guy here. Obviously, Drew Holiday is still out. So Giannis gets a big bump. He played really well last game. I think he got like 70 fantasy points. Played 38 minutes, so his minutes have kind of been lower recently. He had a stretch where he was playing around 36 to 38. Then it went down. But last game he played 38, so that was good to see. I have a lot of interest in him on FanDuel for only 11K. I think that's pretty easy to get today on this slate where we have value. So definitely very interested in him on FanDuel and cash games and tournaments as well. And then Chris Middleton, another guy I have a ton of interest in. He's 8K on FanDuel. 8K on DK as well. So I have a lot of interest in him. Yeah, he gets the same sort of bump as Giannis without Drew. He becomes the main ball handler, so definitely a good play there. Dante DiVincenzo, someone I'll mention. I don't love it today just because I think we have better value at shooting guard. But if you're landing there as sort of the last piece, I don't mind it. This is probably my favorite game of the slate in terms of players I want to target, teams I want to target with the injuries and stuff. So definitely have a lot of interest in this game. It's the highest over under at 233.5 right now. The spread is tight. Utah is favored by 2.5. So yeah, I do have interest in these guys. It's mostly the main guys in Giannis and Middleton.
Yep. Got two questions here for you, Chris. Will NASCAR truck projections be up for tonight? Tiger Blood asks all over in Discord.
I'm trying to figure that out. I think they will be. Yeah.
Should be, yep. And then Stadia Wizzy's asking, would you set a group max of one of Middleton and Giannis?
Like I said yesterday, I think I would probably do it if I'm in a 150 entry max. But if I'm in like a 20 entry max single entry, I probably wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. Utah side, we have Mike Conley out for them, Elijah Hughes out for them. Projected starters, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles, Bogdanovich, Royce O'Neal, and Rudy Gobert. Used to be, we had some Jingle Joe nights before. Is it still a Jingle Joe night or not anymore?
Yeah, so on DK, it's not just because they kind of price these guys out. They price them as they should be with Conley out. But FanDuel is where we have all the interest in both of these guys, Clarkson and Ingles. Clarkson is 4.7 here on FanDuel, so that's a free square in my opinion. Ingles is 4.9. I think that's also a free square. They're going to be very chalky. They get big bumps with Conley out, so definitely have a ton of interest in them in both formats. And then on DK, I think we can still play Clarkson for 5.7. It's 1,000 more than on FanDuel, but he's just in a really good spot here. So I do like that price tag a lot. For Ingles, he's 5.9K on DK, so not really popping for me as much, but yeah. And then Donovan Mitchell is obviously the main guy here for the Jazz. He's 8.2K on DraftKings, 8.3 on FanDuel. So if I'm landing there, definitely don't mind it. I love him in tournaments. He's probably one of my favorite tournament plays here. He's looked really good with Conley out of the lineup. He's put up 2 games of 60 plus in the last 2, so definitely he's playing very well. Usage rate is around 35% now without Conley, so definitely have a ton of interest in him. It's mainly these 3 guys.
Okay, let's go into the next game, Thunder against Denver. Let's do the Thunder side first. Oklahoma, we have Theo Maledon out for them, SGA out for them, and Roby questionable for them. Projected starters, we have Hamidou Diallo, Lou Wentz, Dort, Kenrich Williams, Al Horford, and Baisley. Anyone you like there, Chris, with those guys out for them?
I mean, no, not really. It's a 12-point spread here. I expect this game to blow out. They're all priced up now. Like Hamidou Diallo is 7K now on FanDuel, 7K as well on DK. So not too interested in him. Yeah, I don't know. Like on like a smaller slate, we would have a ton of interest, but we just have really good spots elsewhere on this slate, so they're not really popping as much for me here. My favorite play is probably Horford on FanDuel for 6.2K. If you think this game stays close somehow, but I don't know. I think Denver blows them out pretty easily here.
Yeah, usually don't like predicting the blowouts too.
Yep.
But you are for this one. Denver side, we have Greg Whittington out for them, Gary Harris and PJ Dozier out for them. Projected starters, Jamal Murray, Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., Millsap, and Jokic. Who do you like on Denver, Chris?
Yeah, I don't like anyone here. I think they're going to blow them out. I don't think they're going to get full minutes. So yeah, I don't like anyone here.
Yep. Got a question from Henry. He's saying, did we do Minnesota-Charlotte? Second game there, but do you want to just do a quick summary maybe of that one?
Yeah, I mean, on Minnesota, they're all kind of priced up. Obviously, Russell's out, but I'm not too interested in Rubio. I think we have better point guards on the slate from other teams. The only guy I'm really interested in is Cat over on DK. And then on Charlotte, we don't know if Devontae Graham is going to play or not. Currently, he's questionable. I think he's going to play, so I'm not too interested in them now. Obviously, if Graham gets ruled out, then we'll have more interest in guys like Rozier, Hayward, LaMelo. But for now, I'm not too interested in that game.
Okay. Let's do the next one then. We have Orlando Magic against the Sacramento Kings. Let's do Orlando side first over here. Frank Mason out for them. Had that injury at the start of the game. Yesterday, Evan Fournier, Cole Anthony, Aminu all questionable. Carter Williams is probable for them. Projected starters right now, what we have is Cole Anthony, Fournier, Ennis, Clark, and Vucevic. What do you think is going to happen today with the Magic, Chris?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Like, I have no idea. This is why I want to backload, though. I want to wait for the news. Terrence Ross played 40 minutes yesterday, shot 30 times, 27. So yeah, I'm gonna have a ton of interest in T. Ross here against the Kings if Cole Anthony and Fournier are out. That's why I want to backload or at least one of my guard positions on both sites, just so I can fit Terrence Ross in if we get that news. And then Vucevic also a really good play. If those guys are out, it's a back-to-back, and they all played heavy minutes yesterday. That's my only concern. But at the same time, they're pretty thin. They don't have many bodies available, so I do have interest in these guys. I don't know who it's going to be yet without the injury news.
Yep, makes sense there. Let's do Sacramento here. Daquan Jeffries, probable for them. Projected starters: De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, Bagley, and Holmes. Anyone you like there, Chris?
So maybe someone like Buddy Hield on FanDuel. That's someone I don't mind. He's 5.9K. They're implied to score 116. He's been playing really high minutes, like around 37 plus. So I don't think he's the worst play. Sort of a last piece. And then if you're playing him, you could obviously pivot to Ross if Orlando has those guys missing. So I don't mind Buddy Hield here. De'Aaron Fox, he's looked really good recently. His price tag is up though. It's around 9K on both sides. I really like it in tournaments though. I think he's just really good, playing a ton of minutes, high usage rate. He's kind of taking like he's becoming a superstar really. Like he's shooting 25, 30 times per game. So the usage rate is definitely up now. So I do have a lot of interest in him for my tournaments, but in cash games, I don't think we need it now. We have Westbrook for a similar price, so much rather go to Westbrook for the safety.
Yeah, makes sense there. Let's go into the next game then, second to last one of the slate. Cleveland against Portland. Let's do Cavs injuries first. We have Kevin Love out for them still. Projected starters: Garland, Sexton, Okoro, Torian Prince, and Drummond. Drummond was popping in the optimals before the show started. I saw that. Just a good matchup for him here, Chris, against Portland. High scoring game.
Yeah, it's a good matchup. Portland doesn't play defense. He's going to go up against Cantor. Cantor's just awful defensively. So that's really the only reason we have interest in Drummond here. He's 8.2K. The only concern with him is the minutes. If he gets like 30 plus minutes, he'll smash here. Obviously, if he gets 15 minutes again, he'll suck again. So it's really about the minutes. I think he'll get there tonight. I think he'll get at least 30 minutes in this matchup. I don't expect Portland to like expose him or anything like that. So I do have interest for Drummond for 8.2K on FanDuel, 8.2 on DraftKings as well. Definitely don't mind it. But yeah, he's the only guy here that I really want to play. If you want to play Sexton or Garland, tournament only, obviously. If I had to pick one, I would probably go with Garland just because he's a little cheaper. But yeah, I'm not too interested in the guards, not too interested in anyone here outside of Drummond.
Yep. Okay, let's do Portland side. We have CJ LB. I don't know who that is. You probably thought I was going to say CJ McCollum, but it's CJ LB. He's probable for them. Projected starters: Lillard, Trent Jr., Jones Jr., Rocco, and Cantor. Any interest in the Portland guys, Chris?
Yeah, so Damian Lillard here's the main guy. On FanDuel he's 9.5k, I believe. Yeah, he's 9.5. On DK he's 9.8. So I do have interest in Dame here. Yeah, the game is supposed to stay tight. Dame just does everything for the Blazers, so I do like the price tag for him on FanDuel. Obviously, we'll get into the lineups. He's currently in the optimal, so I do have interest in him. And then Cantor's the only other guy. He's 6.7k on FanDuel, 6.9 on DraftKings. He's like it's really just a two man. Like in DFS, we only want to target those two guys from the Blazers. So, I mean, my interest comes from Dame and Cantor here. Probably some interest in tournaments, but I think they're more safe cash plays tonight.
Yeah. Rondo says Drummond season. KJ says we hate Drummond season. I love Drummond season. You don't like Drummond season too much, do you? Or is it just like you just love the matchup?
No, I really like playing Drummond in DFS. Like he's just really good point per minute. The only thing I don't like is that his minutes are inconsistent.
Yep. Let's see what else we got here. Thomas says Sexland is trash.
Yeah, that's definitely that's a new take there. He used to love that backcourt.
Yeah. Says never play them GPP or cash. So bad. Dakota says you just never know when Andre Bummond is gonna show up.
Yeah, he showed up last matchup for sure.
Yeah, but when he does show up, you better have him. He's
Oh,
good.
when Bumman shows up, you definitely don't want him.
Wait, why? Oh, Bummond. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. KJ says people were saying Dame is better than Steph. I would like to see those people now.
I don't know. I kind of like Dame over Steph. I'm not really too high on recency bias, so I think I would still. I don't know. I think Steph's like one of the greatest point guard. He obviously has a better legacy. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. They're kind of different. Like if I'm building around a player, I would probably pick Dame. But if I have a good team around me, I would probably pick Steph. I think I don't know. They're kind of similar but different players.
Yeah. Let's see. Mike says Drummond killed my cash the other night. He can do that. Thomas says Steph is the greatest point guard of all time. Luka is the best point guard right now.
Yeah, yeah. I think I agree with that. Steph is the greatest point guard of all time. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. Just saw some news here. Garrison Matthews starting today, Chris.
In place of Beal, obviously. Yeah, I don't think it changes too much.
Okay. Yeah, starters for Washington, we have Westbrook, Matthews, Bertans, Hachimura, and Len.
Yeah,
Let's see what we got. Rondo says Garland, Sexton, backcourt reminds me of myself and Thomas.
I could see that.
KJ says Steph is the best point guard right now.
Right now, I don't know about right now. I mean, he's probably the best offensive point guard, like scorer, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you put him on a different team, I don't know if he does as well. Obviously, he's still going to shoot very well, but I mean, I sound like I don't like Steph. I do like Steph a lot, but I just think their whole system revolves around him, so he gets put into a position to succeed. But yeah, I don't know if he's the best right now.
Okay. Thomas says it's Luca's world. KJ says 30 on 49% and 43 from 3, while Dame is averaging 29 on 44 and 38 from 3.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Like they're different players in my opinion. Obviously, Steph is a better like shooter, scorer. I don't know. I'm with Thomas though. I think Luka's the best right now.
Okay. Who's the better facilitator though between Steph and Dame?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. Trigger says, "No need to panic. I'm here." Yeah, Chris was freaking out. Good to see you here, Trigger.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
I
go the
was, I
last
was
game.
freaking out about. I was freaking out about Hasty. But yeah, Trigger's here. I'm happy that Trigger's here. We just need Hasty back to bring the band together.
Yeah. Trigger says Steph, no question. Rono says, would Luca be better if he lost a bit of weight?
I mean, probably, but I don't know. Maybe he uses that weight
Yeah.
to his advantage.
Ghostify is also here. I was freaking out about that one. Ghostify Sports Center. Oh, he switched his name. Ghosty.
Yeah.
Ghosty YouTube. I like that. Charlie says, we all know Mike Conley is the best point guard right now. Uh, Thomas says Luca relies on his weight. I think we didn't see Steph last year and forgot how good he was from KJ. Ghosty says, yeah, it's the band back together.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's get into this last game here, Chris. Memphis against the Lakers at LA. Memphis side first, Killian Tilly, Brandon Clark, Melton, Winslow, Desmond Bain, Sean McDermott, all out for them. Projected starters, Ja Morant, Grayson Allen, Dylan Brooks, Kyle Anderson, and Jonas Valanciunas. Any interest in Memphis, Chris?
Yeah, I actually do have some interest in Dylan Brooks here. Just because I kind of want to play him and then maybe wait for obviously the Magic news. So yeah, I have some interest in Dylan Brooks here. I like him on FanDuel for 5.2K. Even if the Magic guys end up playing, I don't mind playing Dylan Brooks here. I think he's fine as the last piece for his price tag. Ja Morant and Jonas Valanciunas are also pretty interesting in my opinion. Obviously tournament only, I think, just because the matchup is tough here against the Lakers. They're not implied to score too many. They're at 106 right now, but I do think they do have a lot of upside. If I had to pick between the two, I would probably pick Jonas Valanciunas. He's looked really good recently, just rebounding the ball super well, scoring really well, doing a little bit of everything. So I do like Jonas Valanciunas here at center. It's a little hard to get to him just because we have better center plays in my opinion. That's the only tricky part. And then someone else that I'll mention, maybe someone like Grayson Allen on DraftKings for 4.1K. If you look at his game log, he's been playing pretty well. Obviously, in the absence of DeAnthony Melton, Grayson Allen steps up a little bit, gets a few more minutes. So I don't mind that as sort of a last piece on DK. Same sort of thing for John Conchar. If you want to play him as the last piece, I'm okay with it in cash games. Obviously, I wouldn't do it in tournaments, but I think it's fine. Yeah, that pretty much does it here.
Yeah. Before we do LA side, see a question here from Henry saying Troy Brown, tournament flyer.
Troy Brown, tournament flyer. Yeah, I mean, I know Stadia Wizzy's the Wizards guy here. I'm a fan of Troy Brown, but it just seems like they don't like him too much. They're not playing him too many minutes. I mean, if he was starting today, then we would have a ton of interest, but we got the news that Garrison Matthews is starting. So I don't know. I think you can take some shots on tournaments, but I wouldn't do it in anything less than 150 max.
Yeah. Trigger's just asking, sorry to be annoying, or if this is annoying, can you give a quick rundown on the injuries? He's got Beal, the big one here. Magic guys.
Yeah, so we have Beal, Paul George obviously out. SGA is out again for the Thunder. Mason Plumlee's out for Detroit, so we have some value there. We're waiting on the Blake Griffin thing. It's a back-to-back, so we don't know if he's going to sit. Drew is out. Drew Holiday, obviously, for the Bucks with the COVID thing. Frank Mason is out. He had the groin injury last night, so we're waiting on the Evan Fournier and Cole Anthony news. They're both questionable, so we have to wait for that. I said earlier I kind of want to backload my lineup just because Terrence Ross will become such a good play if those guys are out. We also have Devontae Graham, who's questionable. Anthony Davis as well. So yeah, I think those are the main guys. There's definitely a ton of injury news here to watch for.
Yeah, we also have D'Angelo Russell out as well. Both Martin twins out as well. Jarrett Culliver also out. I just saw that one, Chris. Does that matter?
No, those guys don't really matter.
Okay. And then I got a question here for the Lakers. Another one. Where is it? From the Hug, he says, what positions should we get in as placeholders for later news?
I think just the main one would be a shooting guard on FanDuel for the Terrence Ross thing. I think he would get the biggest bump. And then Vucevic at center would also get a bump. So you can backload that by playing Drummond. Obviously, they both start at the same time, so we should know in time for that game. Yeah, I think those are the main positions.
Yeah, Trigger says to be shocked if Cole Anthony played or plays. Injury didn't look good. Stadia Wizzy says, don't play Troy Brown. He literally doesn't get minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Thomas saying, is Kemba not playing today?
Kemba's out. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Yep. Ghosty's saying Fox and Westbrook lock.
Yeah, they're definitely in good spots here. I have a ton of interest in Westbrook. Fox, I'm not really landing on, but yeah, I think he's a good play as well.
Yeah, we also have Wendell Carter Jr. out today as well, Chris.
Yep.
That one matters a bit more.
No, he's been out for like 2 weeks now, so it doesn't really change anything.
Okay. Let's do LA here. Anthony Davis, questionable. LeBron James, probable, as always, playing that injury game there. Dudley, Caruso, also probable. Costas out for them. Projected starters, Dennis, Schroeder, Caldwell Pope, LeBron, Davis, and Gasol. Any interest in the Lakers, Chris?
No. I think Anthony Davis will probably sit again. But these guys are all priced up. Like LeBron finally came back to earth last game. They've played in 3 straight OT games, which is pretty. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Usually that doesn't happen. But yeah, I think all those games were like over 10-point spreads, and they all went into OT. Detroit once, and then OKC twice. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if this game goes into OT somehow again. But yeah, I'm not too interested in the Lakers here. Even if AD sits, like LeBron is priced fairly, Kuzma's priced up now. Schroeder and Harrell, they're priced up. Probably Taylor Horton Tucker would be my favorite play. Kind of hope for the blowout run, but yeah, I'm not too interested in the Lakers here.
Okay. Seeing some questions, comments. Thomas is saying, man, I was watching some Kemba, Walker, UConn highlights the other night. Brought back some memories. You watched those games, Chris?
Yeah, he had that crossover at MSG. I think it was definitely brings back memories when I pull up that clip as well.
Yeah. Stay is saying LeBron in tournaments.
Yeah, LeBron in tournaments, I have no problems with that. But yeah, not my favorite play today, but I think you can get him pretty low owned. He had the down game last time out. Obviously, if AD is out, then LeBron will be an even better play, but I'm not too interested today.
Yeah. Got a comment here from KJ, says LeBron over Michael Jordan. It ain't even close from him.
Well, I think KJ said he was 18 years old, so I don't think he's ever seen Michael Jordan play. I'm the same way. I haven't seen Michael Jordan play, so I'm LeBron over Jordan too. But I mean, we didn't see them both play, so it's kind of hard for us to have an opinion.
Yeah. Trigger says don't sleep on the Hornets, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of sleeping on them for sure. They're not popping a lot for me, but they're definitely in a good spot here against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, KJ says I look at stats. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, different eras, so it's hard to compare that as well. But I mean, yeah, I'm Team LeBron as well, so not really much to argue.
Okay, let's do the 3 plays of the day. Let's do some housekeeping before then. I don't know how many likes we're at now, but if we hit 30 likes, guys, we'll do a giveaway to our optimizer here that we've been using, that we use every single day, every single slate. So if we hit 30 likes, we'll do the week giveaway. Every 5 likes after that, another giveaway. But if you just want to get in without that, there is a 3-day free trial for all new members, automatically applied, no code or anything required. Just as you check out, it'll be applied first, 3 days free. You can cancel any time before then, won't be charged a penny. So definitely check that out. We have every main sport, FanDuel, DraftKings. Is there UFC this weekend, Chris?
Yeah, there's UFC on Saturday.
Yeah, so great day to do a 3-day free trial. I think Friday with the big NBA slate, and then carry over to the weekend all through to Sunday. So yeah, definitely do that. Every pass here includes every sport that we have, also our Discord community. So do that. And yeah, thumbs up to do the giveaway. Helps people find our content. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We do the show every day, same format here. So if you like that, do that as well. And Twitter as well, DFS Crunch, follow us there. But yeah, Chris, first favorite play of the day on FanDuel, who do you have?
I'll start with Russell Westbrook for 8.7K here. I think he's a really good play. So yeah, he's my first lock.
Okay, I just got to reset the filters. I think there's a comment for you. You can go over it, Chris.
I think it's for you, more so for you.
What? Why?
You love that guy.
Adam Mukoka, better than MJ and LeBron combined. Still questionable, guys. Maybe, could be. Amfer says Bagley, questionable tag now.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't change too much for me. They're pretty, like, if he was out, maybe it would change something, but in questionable, still probably expect him to play. It's not like he has a huge role anyways in that offense, so it doesn't really change too much for me.
Yep. Hug says only at 18, so 12 away from the giveaway. We need Hasty back in here. I think it makes the chat a bit more lively.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, value play of the day, Chris. Who do you have?
I thought we were doing locks. Yeah, I'll still say Westbrook is my play of the day here. Then value play, let's go with Jordan Clarkson for 4.7K.
Okay, and then tournament play on FanDuel. Who do you have?
Let's go with Ghostify or Ghosty. Let's put De'Aaron Fox there. He's been playing really well. I think his price tag is up, so that might scare people away, but definitely he's been playing very well and shooting a ton.
Yep. KJ says not Stewart for the value play, Chris.
Yes, Stewart makes a lot more sense because he's cheaper. So let's go with Stewart. I think they're both free squares.
Yep. Okay, let's do the same thing on DK. Overall favorite play of the day here, Westbrook too.
No, it's not Westbrook here. Let me see who I think I want here. Probably one of these Celtics guys. I really don't know. I don't think I have one right now. I'll say Vucevic here on DraftKings. I like Vucevic a lot.
Okay. Value play. Who do you have?
Value play here is Isaiah Stewart. Clarkson is 5.7 here, so definitely a better price on FanDuel for Clarkson, and then Stewart is just 100 over the minimum.
Okay, and then tournament play of the day on DraftKings.
I'll keep it the same on both sides. Let's go with Fox here as well.
Okay, so just to summarize, overall favorite play of the day on FanDuel, Westbrook. Value play of the day there, Isaiah Stewart. And then tournament play of the day, De'Aaron Fox. DraftKings overall favorite is Vucevic. Value, Stewart as well. And tournament there, Fox as well. Let's get into the core plays, go over some construction here, Chris. Before we do that, question here from Shane asking best point guard on FanDuel tonight.
I think it's Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook, yeah. Seems like it here if you sort by the value. Yeah, first core play, Chris, who do you have?
I'll go with Westbrook here for 8.7. I think he's a lock.
Okay. Next one, who do you have?
Next up, we can go with Clarkson. I think he's a lock as well. Just a free square. We can put Stewart in there as well. I think he's a free square. And then at small forward, one more guy. We'll go with Joe Ingles for 4.9K.
Okay. Not Danilo here. You think he'll just pop on his own or what?
Yeah, he will, but I'd rather lock in Joe Ingles. He's a little more like he's their main ball handler or secondary ball handler
Yeah.
with Conley out.
So just these four hit build.
Yep.
Okay. Trigger says no chance I'm playing Drummond in cash. He says he likes Horford.
I like Drummond over Horford. I'll be honest there. It's a really good matchup against the Blazers.
Yep. Horford doesn't pop up with these locks until the sixth one here. Yeah, mostly Drummond, some Vooch, some Zeller here, all around 335. So you can definitely pivot, I think, if you wanted to. But which ones do you want to go over, Chris?
Um, let's go with 2 and 3.
Okay, let's go over these.
Yeah, so I was saying earlier I want to wait for the Terrence Ross news. So I'm not going to play Kevin Huerter who locks 30 minutes after lock. I'm just going to wait. I don't mind playing Dylan Brooks as a last piece if we don't get the Terrence Ross value. And then yeah, we have all these guys locked except for Gallo and Drummond. So Gallo's in a good spot here as well. Should play 30 minutes. 4.1k. Just a good price tag there for him. Drummond 8.2k. Like I said when we went over the Cavs, kind of loses his minutes when he gets outplayed, when he gets exposed. I don't think much of that is going to happen here against the Blazers, who aren't really good, aren't very good defensively. So I definitely don't mind Drummond here for 8.2k. I think he should get around 30 minutes. And then yeah, we have a 3v3 with Luka, Buddy Hield, Julius Randle versus Lillard, Brooks, and Giannis. Yeah, I mean, I like the second side here. We got Giannis against the Utah Jazz, so that's biased.
We got Washington out, Chris. PJ Washington. Health and safety protocols there. Do you think we'll get a few more guys out from Charlotte now?
I don't know. Maybe because they had the Martin brothers as well with the health and safety protocols thing. So can we go back to the lineups? I think there was a Zeller team there.
Yeah, the dominoes are starting to fall. Yeah, Zeller here.
Yeah, let's get that Zeller team. Let's remove the Buddy Hield team. Yeah, so what's the difference between these two? We got 2v2, I think. Brooks, Drummond, Mitchell, Zeller. Yeah, I mean, with Washington out, I think the second team is clearly a little better in my opinion. I mean, the only reason I would play the first team is so I can get Terrence Ross. Not sure what the swap would be off of the second team. It would probably be like a 2v2 or 3v3 maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to see what projections say. As of now, like if you're factoring in all the news we have, I would go with the Zeller team. But if you want to wait for the Magic news, I think the first team makes more sense just because you get Drummond who also starts late. But yeah, Zeller is 5.2k, so really good price tag there. Might have to lock him in. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, kid, just saying, wait, this isn't my opto. I think that's because of the locks. We have a few locks in here, so that probably changes things from the default straight up optimal. Westbrook, Clarkson, Stewart, and Ingles are locked for us, so that's probably why. What else do we have? Zeller locked from Trigger. Steady Wizzy says, is it fair to target Biggs versus Minnesota with Catman back?
Huh?
Is it fair to target Biggs versus Minnesota with Catman back?
Is it fair to target Biggs versus Minnesota with Cat back? Yeah, I mean it's not like Cat is like we know Cat's bad defensively, so yeah, I think we sort of do want to target Biggs against them. Yeah, I don't think it's like the greatest thing to target. Like I think it's still better to target the Biggs against the Bulls. But yeah, it's definitely a good matchup here.
Yeah, and then Cager says Herder not in the FanDuel optimal.
Herder not in the FanDuel optimal.
Yeah.
Let me run mine with no locks.
With the locks, he is here, but
Yeah, even without the locks, he is for me as well.
yeah. What else we have here? I mean, those four are in the optimal, but it has Herder in it too. Yep. Yeah, he says, yeah, I think we got that cleared up there. Let's jump into DK, Chris. Start there. First core play. Who do you have?
On DK, we can start with Isaiah Stewart here. We can gem in these value guys. We can also put in Peyton Pritchard here. He's a much better play over on DK. Another guy I like a lot is probably Jason Tatum. He's 8-8 here, so I like that price tag. I think that's it for the locks. I'm not sure. I kind of want to wait for projections to update. Obviously, they will update for this news, but yeah, we could just roll with these three locks for now.
Okay. Let's see what we get. Another reminder, guys. Let's try to get to 30 likes. Do the giveaway. If we do that, probably pretty close now. Maybe not. I don't know. Haven't been hitting that threshold as consistently as before, Chris. What's going on?
Yeah, we need to get our marketing up somehow.
Yeah, we need Justin in here. But yeah, without the projections updated, this is what we have. Do you want to go over these, Chris?
Yeah, let's get this first team, and then also have some interest in the second team. So let's get these two for now.
Okay. I see.
Obviously, we have different point guards, different shooting guards, different small forwards. Tatum, we locked him. Stewart, we locked him. Pritchard, we locked him. And then Sadiq Bey on one side, and then Vucevic. Also, I had him as my favorite play. Maybe I should have locked him. He's 9.4K. I really like that price tag, so I probably would have locked him instead of Tatum. But yeah, we have a 4v4 here. Luka, Clarkson, Gallinari, Sadiq Bey versus Russell Westbrook, Grayson Allen, Jaylen Brown, and Isaiah Roby. So I like the stud that we get with the first side with Luka. I like that we get Clarkson for 5.7 with no Conley. I like that a lot. Danilo Gallinari for 4.8 is a fair price tag in my opinion. And then Sadiq Bey, really like Sadiq Bey. I expect Blake to sit as well, so I think Sadiq Bey will become an even better play once we get that news. With the second team, we have to play guys like Grayson Allen, Isaiah Roby. I don't love that. We got Westbrook, who's in a good spot. We get Jaylen Brown, who's in a good spot, but I don't think it's worth it. I think I'd just rather play the first team here. I like it more.
Yeah, it seems more balanced to me. Do you want to wait for projections to update, or should we just wrap it up here, Chris?
No, we can wrap it up. I don't know how much will change, and maybe we'll get more news on the Hornets situation. So
yeah,
don't want to wait too long.
Yeah, I guess we didn't hit the giveaway today. Close. Try again tomorrow. It seems to be on off. Last couple of days here. One day don't hit it. Next day we do. So I think weekends we do a bit better. I think we get more people because they're not working. So I think we can probably do a few tomorrow. How do you feel about that, Chris? Do you think we'll hit it tomorrow?
I don't know. Like I said, we definitely have to step up our Twitter game, our email marketing game. So yeah, definitely have to step up a few things if we want to continue to grow here.
Yeah, agree with you there. Yeah, let's wrap it up. Any news that we need to look out for, Chris, leading up to the lock from you?
Yeah, we have the Orlando thing, the Orlando news. What else is there? I've said it around 5 times now. I kind of forgot already. Yeah, so AD as well, Devontae Graham. I'm interested to see what else we have with this Hornet situation. Maybe someone else will get ruled out with health protocols. So we'll have to wait and see.
How many guys do we have for the Hornets left right now? Like, is there any chance the game could get canceled if they don't have? Is it 8 bodies?
I think they still have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they still have 10 active guys.
So if we get 3 more out, then they're done.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so hopefully not. It'd be nice to have everyone in there. Hopefully no weird scratches as the game starts. No one gets pulled out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the content, be sure to do thumbs up. If you want to come back here again, do the show every single day, hit subscribe, bell button, and all. That way you'll get notified each time we go live. It's usually 2.5 hours before main slate, so that's pretty consistent there. And then if you wanted to try out the optimizer that we've been using throughout the show, it has every single sport. We just did NBA today, but it has every main sport, FanDuel, DraftKings. There's a 3-day free trial, all new members on both weekly and monthly, automatically applied. So check that out. And then we'll be in the Discord, guys, as always, updating you guys if there's any late news there, updating core plays if there's something drastic that changes the slate up a bit. Answering questions as well, 2v2s, 3v3s, 1v1s, things like that, helping you with optimizer. Any other questions will be in the Discord, so we'll see you guys there. And yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Good questions today, good comments. And yeah, good luck today, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow.